Alright, we're out here on the V-Strom, 2019 V-Strom 650, heading out to Bundy Hill, just south of Jackson, Michigan. As you can see in front of us, we've got two Honda Talons being towed by Chris from the Topher and our good buddy Tom coming and helping us out today. Gonna go out to Bundy Hill and toss those side-by-sides around a bit. We've also got the Chevy Colorado ZR2 up there. Put that off-road some, and possibly take this as well, but I'm actually just getting my knobbier, kind of more off-road 50/50 type tires put on today. Unfortunately not till tonight. So today I'm still on the stock Battle Axe Adventure tires, really more inclined for road riding. You can technically take them off-road, dirt roads, that sort of thing, but it's not going to do well in mud or dirt or a lot of sand or anything like that. So depending on the trail conditions out there, I might throw this around, but it's not really worth spending too much money on a pass or anything like that just to kind of putz around and not really get in it. Whereas those two, that'll be really where it's at. So at this point, I've owned the V-Strom for a couple months. I think I picked it up end of July, maybe. So August, September, October, 3 months. Put on what's math? 1,200 miles or so. At the end of today, it should be 1,300 miles. And I love it. It's great. It's so nice to be able to take all sorts of things. Right now, I've got the back trunk full with a helmet, scarf, all my camera equipment, rain gear. What else is back there? An extra face mask. Still got plenty of room up here in my universal tank bag. I've got water bottle, an extra set of gloves, a few hats. It's only 41 degrees out right now, but with the built-in handguards on the Adventure model and the big windshield with the little extender I got up here, I'm plenty warm. I'm fine. I'm obviously suited up. I got my snowmobile gloves on, snow pants, my riding jacket on top of a winter jacket, some long underwear, that sort of thing, some warm socks. If I were to go for a few hours straight, I would probably want maybe a little bit warmer boots. I've just got my riding boots with some warm socks on. And I do have, the previous owner of this bike did include some heated grips that are uninstalled. And at some point I'd like to get those installed. I mean, I already have them, so it's just a matter of either doing it myself or paying somebody to do it and get it done properly. I don't need them, but I could see how they'd be nice. It'd be cool to be being warmed up right now rather than just slowly getting colder, or at least the status quo. Overall fuel economy over the last, when did I reset this? This is over 1,300 miles. Fuel economy on my bike has been 49.8 miles per gallon. That's with a good amount of highway hauling, running hard. I mean, I bring it up to 10,000 RPM on most empty stoplights that I've got road in front of me. So really not too bad, especially considering all this wind resistance. I bet if I took off my side cases, put down the windshield, I'd probably bump that up a few miles per gallon. It is nice having the 5.5 gallon fuel tank on here. I know that I can fill up, if I'm riding regularly, if it's middle of the summer or whatever, I can fill up pretty much once a week. I don't really have a commute, so it just kind of depends on how often I ride the bike, what sort of press cars we have around. But on longer trips like this, it's nice to know that I can leave with a relatively full tank, turn it and burn it hard for 100 miles or however much I want to go. In this case, it's about 60 miles out, 60 miles back, and I know that I won't have to stop and get fuel. So that's pretty nice. This bike is quiet. People often say to me if I pull up to a house or something like that, or pull up to them, they'll say, wow, that bike is really quiet. And I don't know if that's because they're just used to loud piped up Harleys and they don't know that bikes actually come relatively quiet stock, or if this bike is really that remarkably quiet. Way over there you can see Michigan International Speedway. Man, those things are just monstrosities, NASCAR speedways. I think that one's 2 miles or so. The fact that they get used, at least for NASCAR races, twice a year and that's it, and they just sit dormant for so long, they're truly going to be one of the like megaliths of human society. People look back hundreds of years from now and go, man, remember when they used to use these? Crazy to think they used to fill that place up too. What else is there to say about the V-Strom? Got this phone mount. It's nice right here, just kind of lets me see any notifications or control music, that sort of thing. When I got this bike, I kind of had the intention of, well, I'll get this and then also have a sportier bike for more aggressive endeavors. And I still kind of get that urge every now and again. In some ways I miss the Ninja, just felt a little bit more engaged, a little bit more raw. I leaned over a little bit, you kind of feel the metal tank around you and lean into the handlebars and really grip and rip. But mostly, I mean, the fact that I don't get to ride much more than once a week on a good week, this is enough. I don't feel like I'm being hampered. I can't go out and, man, I'm hitting the pegs and it's not fast enough. I'm just being slowed down by this bike. I never really feel that way. In fact, I don't even think I've ridden it yet with the side cases off. It really appeals to me having the practicality. Say if I'm on my way home and I need to swing by the store because I forgot to pick something up or something like that, I always have that option with the cases. I know they add a little bit of weight and wind resistance, but it doesn't seem to take away from the riding experience. There aren't really any mods that I plan on doing. Like I said, it'd be nice to get those hand warmers installed just since I have them. I've toyed with the idea of putting in some high-powered auxiliary lights, maybe swapping out the headlamps for something brighter, but I've ridden this bike at night a decent amount, and it certainly doesn't seem dim. It's not like I have any issues seeing. They're pretty good from the factory. I did buy the bike with a 1-inch lift on the handlebars, so it's kind of like an inch up and an inch out toward me, and then the pegs were actually dropped down an inch as well. And it's tough to say. Part of me feels like I would like to see what the pegs would be like in the normal position, because I have scraped them a few times and that extra inch might just allow me that much more lean angle. And I don't know, sometimes I hold my legs up an extra inch and I'm like, I don't think I'd really be any less comfortable. But on the flip side, maybe it is more comfortable the way it is. I've been able to ride this bike for hours at a time and be totally fine when I get off, so maybe it's just right. Who knows? I did buy the rear box, mostly for Alyssa to have a backrest when we're riding around. There's an element, I mean, it's certainly practical as well to be able to store helmets back there like I have today, or to lock things up, lock a helmet up. I bought it used. Ideally, I would get one that was a little bit larger and could fit 2 full-face helmets in there. So, say Alyssa and I stop at a store or something, we could just put both of our helmets in, lock it up, and be good to go. But for the $50 I paid for it, it's really not too bad. And it does have that nice backrest, and it really gives her some extra confidence for sitting back there. She doesn't feel like she's going to fall off the back. But this bike has just been trouble-free for me. I've lubed and cleaned the chain twice every 500 miles that I've had it. And I check oil, check chain tightness about every 1,000 miles or so. Actually, I've checked it both times that I've cleaned the chain. And here we are, Bundy Hill. So here we got the goodies. Good about hour long ride or so. So there it is. It's been a great bike so far. Having a lot of fun spending time on it. Looking forward to doing a whole lot more. So if there's anything you guys would like to know or see, let me know in the comments. And I'm planning on riding it all winter. Once the temperatures dip below 32 or so, then I'll probably, I won't be taking it out then, but 35-degree days or something, little things like this. Put some, like I said, those knobbier tires on there. Those will help with a little bit of any road imperfections, that sort of deal. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.